Okay, so we've got this cool ride scheduled for today with IMRG number 1966 down to Sulphur. I come out this morning to fire up the Scout. What happens? I get a check engine light. I mean, what the Stick around and I'll have some answers on what happened. Hey everybody, thanks for sticking around. This is Okie Twister 66. I'm in the garage today. Earlier this morning, I was going to have a ride with the group IMRG 1966 to go down to Sulphur, Oklahoma, down the Turner Falls area and ride around. It's going to be several hundred miles by the time the end of the day came.
Okay, so I was supposed to go on a IMRG ride today down to Sulphur, Oklahoma. Got up this morning. Yesterday I cleaned up my bike. Got it all nice and shiny. Did all my checks. Got it ready to ride today. So I go out this morning. And what happens? I got a stupid check engine light.
By the way, I always keep my bikes on a battery minder to keep the batteries topped off. So anyway, I brought it out and it cranks and cranks and cranks, turns over fine, but it never fires. And then finally it fires, it sputters a little bit and then shuts off. So I try it again, does the same thing. And then finally on the third try it starts and it's runs nice and smooth. But I've got this check engine light on the Speedo.
First time it's happened on my Scout. So I called down to the Oklahoma City Indian dealership. Really great people, by the way, and I spoke to Joe in service.
So when I told Joe the situation, he said you need to find out what the engine, the code that it's throwing, what's the identifying numbers. So I couldn't do that. I toggled through all the deals and nothing came up, just the routine stuff that always comes up when you're toggling through the settings. So he said what you need to do is go drive the thing around, not very far, just enough to get the ABS light to turn off, bring it back and then try to do it again, but do not turn off the key. And if it's throwing a code, if it throws in the code again, it should show up. And sure enough, it did. The code was 516125. So I told him this. He's like, man, I don't have anything on that code, but it sounds like a CAN bus thing. So he goes, what we need to do is, he goes, if you want to try to cycle that thing off and on a few times, go take some short rides. But it sounds to me like it might be something low voltage.
He's had to reach out to Indian, and this is a Saturday, so he's not going to hear anything till probably Tuesday. So I missed out on my group ride, which kind of sucks. It's a really beautiful day here. It's a little windy, but awesome day for a ride. So what we're going to do is, I read a couple of other things online about this code. Nobody has any solid information, but everybody knows what they think it might be. They said sometimes if you take it around, power it on and off, if there's no code that comes back, it should clear itself. It needs like 3 run cycles. So that's what I've been doing this morning. I've been doing a couple of quick runs and rides just in my local area. That way if it does die, I'm not too far from home. This group ride is well over 100 miles from home, so I just didn't feel comfortable. I didn't want to have that headache today, so it really sucks, and I'm sad I missed this group ride because we don't get them that often. And this is an area that I really wanted to go to see. So anyway, I'm headed back to the house and I'll shut the bike off. But before that, I'll check for a code. See if it throws that code again. But it's only thrown it, the actual code once. Yet the check engine light is still on. I stopped off at home to reset the bike. And while I was there, Joe from Oklahoma City Indian Motorcycles gave me a call back, said he had heard back. And that particular code is something to do with the CAN bus, but he doesn't think there's anything seriously wrong. But it does indicate that some of my battery cables might be a little loose. So I took off the seat, checked the cables. They all seemed really, really tight. I went ahead and snugged them just a little bit more. Didn't get much on those, but anyway, so I'm trying it again. The light's on. Check engine light.
Anyway, so I said, I'm going to go ahead and run it up one more time. This will be my third time to run this thing to cycle it. And I went up, got some gas, about 6-7 miles each direction, came back.
Okay, so I'm at the gas station. I just fueled up, and if you'll look, the check engine light is off. So maybe those cables were a little bit loose. I really don't know. They felt really tight to me, but maybe it's really sensitive. So that's really good news. Let's go for a little ride back home and see if that holds. Well, so far so good. I don't see any check engine light. So man, that's a relief. Good old Joe. You know, the worst thing is, ow. You know, the worst thing is that I missed my dang group ride this morning. I was really kind of looking forward to that. It's too late in the day to try to catch up. But anyway, it's a relief, and I learned a little something today about my bike. So hopefully this is resolved. I don't know, I just think it's weird because every cable on the battery was really tight. So I don't know if that was a solution or not, but nonetheless, I'm rolling. So I got no check engine light. Thanks, Joe. I'm not sure if the battery cables were really the issue, because it wasn't pulling a code the last 2 times that I took a little short ride, came back, cycled everything again. I only got that code 1 time, so I wonder if it was just an anomaly. But it was good to know to go ahead and check those battery cables, but I really don't think they were loose. But nonetheless, the code's gone. We'll see how it sticks. So let's head back to the house, shut it off, start it up again. I may even just let it cool back down, leave it off my battery minder, and see it. I read some places it could be an indication of just a bad battery. I know it's just not low because I keep this thing on a battery minder whenever it's not being ridden.
There is one simple test you can do to check your battery. Basically, you turn everything on, don't start the bike, you just turn everything on and watch the voltage. If it drops just a little bit, that's normal, and it normally kind of just holds there with the headlight on. But if you have a bad battery, it will drop pretty quickly and just keep going down and down and down. The LED lights, they will shut off when they get to a certain low voltage level. As far as the other bulb, the regular bulbs, they just kind of get dim and dim and dim. So you can try that to see if your battery is in decent shape.
So my battery is always charged up. So I don't know if anybody out there has any experience with this particular situation. I'd love to hear about it. So please hit me up in the comments.
It's all cleared up, so I don't know if anybody else has had this situation or not, but if so, try these steps. It basically just needs to be reset by cycling the motorcycle, which means completely turning everything off, fire it up, drive it around a little bit, come back, do the same thing, do it a few times, and that generally clears the code. So we'll see how long that lasts. And in the end, I want to give a big shout out and a big thanks to Joe down at Indian Motorcycles of Oklahoma City. Anytime I've gone, asked them guys for any help or have a question on something, they're just so accommodating. It's a great family-owned business. Highly recommend. So thanks again, Joe. Really appreciate your time and effort today.
If you liked this video, found it helpful or useful, please give me a thumbs up, give me some comments, and hit subscribe if you'd like to follow my adventures. That includes check engine lights. So this is Okie Twister 66 signing off. Until next time, have fun, ride safe, 2 wheels down.